Hi class, let's take a look at example 6. And example 6 is similar to the previous one where we're not revolving along, well, the typical axis. In this case, we're going to be revolving along the line x is equal to -3. So before I forget, let me actually rewrite it. This is going to be where we're going to be revolving. We're talking about -3. And the actual function, it's not a typical one. So let me rewrite it as f of x is equal to x to the -1/2. And let's plug in a couple of coordinate points. So we're looking from 1 to 4. So technically 1, 2, 3, and 4. So f of 1, please evaluate, but this is just going to give us 1. So we're looking at a coordinate point 1, 1. And then let's pick maybe 2. So f of 2 is equal to, and we're going to get a decimal. So I'm getting approximately 0.71. So technically at 2, about 0.71. Then f of 4. So f of 4, actually this is just 0.5. So about this. Okay, so let me show you what this one actually looks like. And same idea as before. If you were to have a problem similar to this one, it'll be almost the identical shape because this particular one is not one of the typical functions. So this one looks like this. So here you have the function. It's actually coming from, well, it's undefined at 0. So our function, it's going to be doing this. The only portion that we're interested, it's technically from 1 to 4. So this is the actual region that we're actually looking at. The actual shape, it's gonna have a hole in the middle. So it's going to look something along these lines. So obviously not to scale. Something like this. Okay, so let's actually set up the volume. And our actual volume, it's going to be from the values of technically 1 to 4. And you're going to have the 2 pi. This, it's not going to be your typical x, but you are going to have your function. So you're going to have x to the -1/2 dx. And remember that if it was at x is equal to 0, you will have an x there. Now the radius, you're going to measure the radius from here to there. So to the values of 4. So the actual radius is equal to your maximum value. It's going to be x. So x minus a -3 or x plus 3. I'm using the max minus the minimum value. Remember that you're getting the radius from here to technically any x value. So not actually 4. So it goes all the way from, well, -3 all the way to 4, or x minus -3. So it simplifies to x plus 3 for this portion. Okay, let me simplify the integral. And in this case, actually, let me move it here because I think I'm going to run out of room. So this is going to be equivalent to the values of 2 pi integral from 1 to 4. And I'm going to distribute the actual x to the negative 1/2. So that's going to give us a x to the 1/2 plus a 3 x to the negative 1/2 with respect to x. Okay, so evaluating the integral for this one, let me just continue here. We're going to be getting that this is 2 pi times, and we're going to have x to the 1/2 plus 1. So that's going to be 3/2 divided by 3/2 plus 3x to the, this is going to be negative 1/2 plus 1. It'll be 1/2 divided by 1/2 and evaluated from 1 to 4. So let me simplify the actual integral. So this is 2 pi times 2/3. So this will be 2/3 x to the 3/2 plus 6x to the 1/2 evaluated from 1 to 4. And let me double check. It'll be 2/3. Yep. Okay, so let's plug in the limits of integration. So I think I'm gonna run out of space. So let me move the problem up here. And I think this will give us, I should have left another page, but I actually didn't, unfortunately. My apologies. So this is equal to 2 pi times, and we're gonna be evaluating 4. So we have 2/3 times 4 raised to the 3/2 plus 6 times 4 raised to the 1/2, and technically minus, and then evaluating 1 to the 3/2 and 6 to the 1/2, we're just gonna have 2/3 plus 6. Okay, so this will be 2 pi times 4 to the 1/2. It's technically 2, so this will be 2/3 and 2 to the 3rd plus 6 times 2, because square root of 2, and then minus the 2/3 minus the 6. I'm just distributing out the negative, since technically we can combine them with the terms on the outside. So we're looking at 2 pi times, this is just going to give us 8 times 2, 16/3 plus 12 minus 2/3 minus 6. So this will be 2 pi times, I'm getting 14/3 if we combine these two and those two. So this will be 14/3 plus the values of 6. And then we definitely need an LCD. So LCD is equal to 3. So multiply times 3 and times 3. So we end up with 2 pi times 14/3 times, actually plus 18/3. So this will be 2 pi times, that would be a 2, I'm getting 32/3, which is going to be 64 pi over 3. And it doesn't reduce, but let me double check. Actually, that's it. A little bit messy. And let me just write it as the volume is equal to 64/3 of pi units to the 3rd power. The hardest part for this one is to actually come up with the radius. And if you were to end up with a negative value somewhere, you don't have to recalculate the whole thing. You could have just put the absolute values and that would take care of it. And I'm referring to just go to the beginning, put the absolute values like here, and then at the end, and then you're good to go. Otherwise, well, that would only occur if you set it up incorrectly. Okay, that would be it for this one.